Hello Libra, welcome to your monthly reading for November of 2017. This is a general reading. You can check your moon sign and rising sign if this video doesn't relate to you, and I hope you enjoy. Now, I'll be doing a reading based on the 12 houses of astrology. I'll be describing them to help you understand what I see. Okay, so Alright, so I'm going to start with the 12th house here, associated with Pisces. This has to do with unconscious things that want to come out. So this will act as a general overall card for the month. So Justice in reverse, we could feel slighted, or maybe we're learning or trying to understand something that we feel like is in or out of balance. So first house, this is how we see ourselves individually. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this is releasing and relieving. It's kind of leaving us, and we're starting to understand a sense of pain and also betrayal from a larger sense, and just exhaustion. So opposite the first house, we have the 7th house associated with Libra, your sign, and we have the Hangman in reverse. So this is a tight grasp as well. So someone you could feel like is holding on to you or holding something from you, and you're starting to understand why. So second house, this has to do with internal values and stability of those values. So we have the Magician here, so this is a very powerful card, so there's really no issue here with how we feel about our values and where they're bringing us, and in this situation particularly, or for the month. So opposite the second house, we have the 8th house of transformation, so it's 2 of Wands reversed, so this is to me an inward feeling of will, so acting on yourself, acting for yourself. So focus on that, focus on what you need, forget about this other person, whatever they're holding from you or trying to achieve or do. So next we have third house of our environment and perceptions of that environment, and possibly how we communicate with it. So Judgment in reverse, to me that speaks about maybe wrong timing with something being said. That's kind of what I'm seeing. It's something said that was not quite the right time, or maybe you didn't know that, and this is kind of coming out. And opposite that third house, we have 9th house. So this has to do with a friendship, or a social situation. I think it's a friendship. Here we have the Daughter of Wands in the 11th house of kind of friends or groups of friends. So maybe what's being learned or understood about the situation is the interdynamics of a social setting, particularly with one person. I think the only other card that stands out here is the 5 of Swords, or Father of Swords, sorry, but that's in our 5th house, so I think that would be you. So I think maybe there's some drama going on, someone's holding you back. The Daughter of Wands in reverse is kind of restrictive, very, very restrictive, and almost manipulating. So next from that, we have the 4th house, the Lovers. So kind of what brings us security, and that's happiness. So if this has to do with a social setting, of course, happiness is or joy being in that social group and being able to be ourselves is very, very important. So maybe someone could possibly be jealous of what you have, or maybe they just don't like you in another way. But next here we have the Father of Swords in our 5th house, so of self-expression and how our uniqueness, so how we express ourselves. Father of Swords reversed, so I think something was said that caused some pain. It was slighted. Maybe someone disagreed with you, and so this caused an argument, something kind of dramatic. But overall, I think you're okay with how you feel. Maybe perhaps we need to just apologize and say sorry for what we said. But next to that, so across from our 4th house, 10th house, so how we're seen on a large scale also of work. I think this is more to do with how we're seen. And we have the Four of Swords, so this is a lot of going inward in self-reflection and meditation. So I'd urge you to do that. It would strengthen already what you feel. So don't hold yourself back from doing that, and don't be afraid of saying, look, I need some time alone. If some friends want to pull you out, speak your mind. Just tell them how you're feeling. And then opposite our 5th house, 11th house, Daughter of Wands. So I already touched on this. Someone or a group is kind of manipulating you. Just don't say anything you would regret, even if you feel like you've been slighted. The higher road is often the better road. And here's 6th house of routines and work. I think your job is kind of a bigger focus. This could be work related as well. You could be pushing towards something work related. You're very good at it, and someone is holding you back from that. Don't lash out, but focus on what you believe in and how you feel, what's important to you, and that will bring out what you really need to understand, and take some time alone. And that's all I can really see for this month. Hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next month.